Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdul Khalik. Dear friends, we, for the sake of our life, to be able to fulfill our needs, we have to do several things. And above all, we do have to work. We do have to work for the purpose of earning the money so that we could buy many of the products we are in need of for our life, and we could also buy certain many services. My dear friend, we need to work. We need to work. Everybody have to work. There is no one else who don't need to work, maybe except those people who are who are having easy money, a plenty of money in their pocket and nothing to do. Maybe they don't have to work, but each one of us have to work. Work is important. Work is essential. Now, not only that we need to work, rather we need to perform well. We need to perform really well at our workplace. And if at all we want to play well, if at all we want to work well, if at all we want to continue, if at all we want to create a kind of efficacy in our work, then we do have to follow a certain rules. We do have to do certain things, and we do have to avoid certain other things for the purpose of creating a kind of efficacy at our workplace. So this is going to be the topic of our today's discussion, that what are the things which are somehow creating the hurdle and a kind of situation where we feel to develop, where we feel to go forward and further. Dear friends and fellows, I have chosen a very useful and beneficial article, like always, because this is an article which is actually the expert opinion, the opinion of an expert. And if at all we do include this opinion, what is going to happen then? Whatever we are going to talk, whatever we are going to discuss, will become more authentic, will become more reliable, and will become better and better in quality. And the article I have chosen today, the caption of this very useful and beneficial article is: if you really want to thrive at work, if you really want to thrive at work, say goodbye to these 10 habits. If at all we want to thrive at work, we need to say goodbye to these 10 habits, and then we will be seen thriving at our workplace. And this beautiful and useful article has been written by Brendan Brown. Brendan Brown, Brendan Brown is a well known researcher and author in the Western world, have contributed a lot of work. As far as today's article is concerned, even this article is very useful, is very beneficial, and the caption of this beautiful article is: if you really want to thrive at work, say goodbye to these 10 habits. Now let's look upon those 10 habits one by one, which according to the Brendan Brown, we do have to abandon for the purpose of thriving at our workplace. First of all, Brendan Brown says multitasking. We do have to get rid of the temptation to do the multitasking. What is this multitasking, by the way? Trying to do several things at the same time, failing to focus and failing to concentrate upon a single item. If this be the case, and we are trying to handle several things, more than one thing at a time, what is going to happen then, dear friends and fellows? We will never be able to give the good quality work at all. And if at all the quality of our work is not good at all, then obviously we are not thriving at our workplace. So that is the habit number one, which we do have to, or which we do have to undo. And dear friend, out of these 10 habits, whatever type of habits you are having, we need to identify and we need to eradicate. Now let's go toward the second habit, and that is skipping breaks. Breaks are not useless. Breaks are not unnecessary. Rather, the breaks are necessary. Why these breaks are necessary, my dear friend? Because the breaks will make us fresh again, and this refreshness will help us a lot in creating, in giving the good quality at our work. So we should not be skipping the breaks at all, and we should not be doing the multitasking. Now the third thing which we need to skip is perfectionism. We don't have to struggle for a perfect whole quality of work, because those people who are struggling and surviving, those who are struggling for the perfect quality, as a matter of fact, they don't give even an average quality. Why? Because the perfectionism does not exist anywhere else at all, so we don't have to be a perfectionist at all. And I think that those people who are showing and posing themselves as who are trying to create a perfect quality of work, actually they are very very less effective, and they accomplish very very little, and that too of very average quality. So they become shy, and they fail to work. Now I think, as for the perfectionism is concerned, we can give the excellent quality of work, the good quality of work, and that will only be possible if at all we are practicing more and more this practice. It was said by someone very wise that practice makes the man perfect. Actually, practice does not make anyone else perfect at all, but the practice makes us an excellent person. The better our practice, and the better will be the results. So drop the attitude, the tendency to deliver a perfect quality of work. Now, the number four is staying glued to your desk. Staying glued to your desk. Do not stay glued to your desk at all, my dear friend. What is meant by this? Being at the work seat for all the time. We don't have to do that at all. We need the breaks, and we need to leave, and we need to leave our desk, and we need to do something else, one thing or the other. But do not stay glued to the desk at all. It means spending the maximum amount of time on the desk, which is absolutely unfair. My dear friends, going next, that is you know uh, neglecting self care. We don't have to neglect the self care at all. This neglection of the self care, I think, it is also very much counterproductive, because one thing, as for the self care is concerned, I think we do have the spiritual needs, the emotional needs, the mental, the psychological needs, and of course the physical need. We should try to understand, and we should try to create a kind of balance. And as for the self care is concerned, if at all we are not seen taking care of ourselves, who else will do that? And it's only we ourselves who are with ourselves 24/7. So for this reason, I believe that we need to take care of ourselves. And number six is ignoring feedback. We should not be ignoring the feedback at all. And why? The comments people are seen making, and the guidance they are seen given, I think we should not be ignoring at all. I don't mean that every feedback is equally precious. Some of these might not be that good at all, while another some of these will be really good. What we need to do is that we shouldn't be feeling bad at all. We shouldn't be feeling angry at all. Anytime and every time somebody is giving us the feedback, we need to listen it, and we need to pay attention to that. Maybe it will become a kind of opportunity to improve the quality of our work, to improve our performance, the quality of our performance at the workplace. So never ignore the feedback. And now the seventh is all work and no play. Again, it's very bad. I think that we do need refreshment, replenishment. We do need amusement, and I mean, maybe twice or thrice a day, and maybe at the end of the day as well. So we should not be ignoring this amusement or entertainment, the replenishment. It is also important. I think we should not be doing that all work and no play. This actually mean workaholic. We don't have to become a workaholic at all, because as far those workaholics are concerned, I think the quality of their work will be very very poor, because they are always working, and there is no refreshment, no replenishment, which is really really bad. So we should not be doing it at all. And then, my dear friends, the next is avoiding challenges. What is this, by the way? Some of the people, they love to do the easy work. The easy work, they don't go toward the difficult, the complicated, and the challenging task at all. Now the trouble is that unless and until we do the difficult, the challenging work, I believe that our capability will not improve at all. And so that to be able to improve the quality of our work, all what is needed is that we should be accepting the challenges, and as and when it comes, so that we could learn the new things, so that our self confidence could be improved, etc., etc. So never avoid the challenges. Now the number 9 is not setting boundaries. We do need to set the boundaries. We should not be people pleaser at all. We should not be people pleaser at all, because that is really really bad, and it is like spoiling ourselves. And I think that we will become trapped if at all we become the people pleaser. People pleasers are really really effective less person. They are not effective at all. Their efficacy level, I think they get trapped every now and then. So for all that reason, I think and I believe that we should not be a people pleaser at all. We should not be pleasing other people at all, and we should be rather setting the boundaries that okay, I am a cooperative person, but definitely up to an extent and not beyond that at all, my dear friends and fellows. And now the last is fear of failure. Fear of failure, we yeah, fear of failure. This fear of failure does not allow us to try. And those people who are not trying, how come will they be able to succeed? They will never be able to succeed at all, because they are not making the genuine attempts. So those who fail to make the genuine attempt, they will never be able to succeed at all. And to be able to succeed well, all what we need to do is that we need to eradicate this fear of failure. And I think that is very very important. So this was a very useful and beneficial article for all the people, I think, who are interested in improving the quality of work. The caption of this very useful article is, if you really want to thrive at your workplace, say goodbye to these 10 habits. This was written by Brendan Brown. Thank you.